Have you ever felt like you're just like wading through mud, you know,
Yeah.
trying to get through life's obstacles?
Yeah.
Today's deep dive, it's all about giving you the tools and the mindset to not just navigate those obstacles, but to actually turn them into stepping
Oh,
stones.
I like that.
Yeah.
Stepping stones.
Yeah, so we've got some really fascinating source material today on personal development and resilience.
Okay.
And it's full of practical strategies and powerful mindset shifts. I think this is going to be really helpful for people.
I'm excited. I mean, what I think is so exciting about all this is it's not about, toxic positivity
Right.
or pretending like challenges don't exist. It's about acknowledging those rough patches,
Yeah,
but then focusing on how we choose to respond.
right.
And I think that's where the real power lies.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it's like the author of one of the pieces that we're looking at
Okay.
was talking about how they were in a really serious car accident a while back.
Oh, wow.
And it was a really traumatic experience.
Mhm.
And instead of being defined by that experience,
Yeah.
they actually found a way to kind of grow and discover new strength through that whole recovery process.
That's incredible. What a perfect example of what we're talking about today. I mean, everyone faces challenges, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is like a universal truth. But I think what sets people apart is our ability to not just endure those challenges, but to learn and adapt and even thrive
Right.
in the face of adversity.
Yeah. And so how do we actually do that? Because
Yeah.
that's the big question, right?
Exactly.
And, one of the things that the source material really emphasizes is the power of mindset.
Okay.
And so it's about this shift from feeling like our challenges define us
Right.
to seeing them as opportunities for growth.
Oh, love that.
So instead of why me,
Yeah.
it becomes what can I learn from this?
Yes, exactly. It's such a subtle shift.
Yeah.
But it's incredibly impactful. It's that difference between, feeling like a victim of your circumstance and then becoming like the architect of your own response. You start to see possibilities where you once saw roadblocks.
Yeah.
And this actually connects really beautifully with the concept of a growth mindset,
No growth mindset.
which the source also talks about.
Tell me more about that because this is like blowing my mind.
So growth mindset is basically the belief that our abilities and intelligence aren't fixed,
Okay.
but that they can be developed through effort and learning.
I see.
So when you hit a challenge with a growth mindset, you don't see it as like, oh, I'm stuck, I can't do this.
Right.
You see it as a chance to like stretch and expand your capabilities, and it just fuels resilience.
So it's not about avoiding challenges.
Yeah,
It's about changing how we view them.
exactly. And that's where the practical strategies come in.
Okay.
And one that really resonated with me was this idea of breaking down like really overwhelming tasks into smaller,
Right.
more manageable steps.
That reminds me of a time when I was totally overwhelmed with a project at work.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I don't even know where to start. I just felt completely paralyzed. And then our colleague suggested that I break it down into daily goals.
Oh, that's good.
And it totally changed my perspective, and I was able to actually get going.
That's great.
What other strategies does the source offer for us?
Another big one is surrounding yourself with a supportive network.
Okay.
And it's not just about having cheerleaders,
Okay.
although that's important too.
Right.
It's about recognizing that there are actually different types of support that we need.
Oh, different types of support.
Yeah.
though.
So sometimes we need emotional support,
Right.
someone to just listen and empathize. Other times we need practical help,
Yeah.
like a hand with the task or some advice. And then there's informational support,
Okay.
getting knowledge or resources to help us move forward.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And this all ties back to that car accident anecdote, right?
Absolutely, yeah. The author talks about how seeking out all these different types of support was a turning point in their recovery.
Okay.
They realized they didn't have to go through it alone.
And that vulnerability, the willingness to reach out can be so powerful.
It is.
So if we were to kind of circle back to everything that we've talked about today,
Hmm.
what would you say is like the most crucial lesson from all of this?
That's a good question. I think for me, it's kind of a two-parter.
Oh.
First, that we all have way more inner strength than we often give ourselves credit for.
Hmm.
And second, that it's okay, even vital, to ask for help when we need it.
Yeah, I love that. It's such a powerful reminder that, we're not meant to go through these challenges alone.
We're not.
But it's also about recognizing our own inherent resilience.
Exactly. I'm curious, when you think about maybe one of the toughest challenges that you've faced in your life,
Oh, gosh.
how did you approach it? Did you have more of a fixed or growth mindset back then?
Honestly, I think I had more of a fixed mindset. I felt really stuck and defeated. But learning about this growth mindset and the importance of seeking support, has totally changed my outlook.
That's great.
What's like one small step our listeners can take today to actually apply these ideas?
That's a great question. I think a great place to start is just identifying one challenge that you're facing.
Okay.
And then ask yourself, what kind of support do I need right now to move forward, even just a little bit?
Yeah.
So it could be as simple as reaching out to a friend,
Okay.
or researching a topic, or breaking that task down into smaller steps.
That's a fantastic takeaway for everyone to think about. And remember, you're not alone in this.
Yeah,
Every one of us faces obstacles.
we do.
But with the right mindset and the courage to seek support, we can overcome anything and create the lives that we truly deserve.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.